It's 36 degrees outside and sunny. Now that we're into early March, the sun energy is really strong. And in our greenhouse, it's toasty enough that I'm in a t-shirt. I'm almost over warm. I've got thermals on under my pants. But it's warm enough to be in a t-shirt out here. And here's the part that's so exciting. At 36 degrees with early March sun, the door to the house is wide open, and this space is actively heating our home. That's pretty stunning. I'm not going to make too long of a video here. I just thought for folks that are really interested in this passive solar structure, how it's performing, we're coming out of the coldest time of year. It feels like the sun is getting stronger each day. Certainly still have snow on the ground, everything's frozen out there, but under these cold frames, the last couple nights we had down in single digits, low single digits, and none of the soil in here crusted. So we are absolutely ready to start seeding these out. Kind of started going through the perennial nursery seeds today. I just got so overwhelmed with the amount of seeds that we have to think about and figure out. I just closed the drawer and figure, well, I'll tidy up for a little while first. So we're going to work on that. You can see these miscanthus sticks around the boundary there if you're wondering what those are about. Maybe you already know. But our lovely friend Stanley, who is absolutely adoring what this space feels like. It's probably 65 or 70 degrees in here, and he's just baking in that sun. Putting in those sticks made it so that he no longer has interest in walking in there to use the space as a bathroom. At some point we'll make a kitty litter designated space for him somewhere in here so he feels really welcome. And then with these, when they close up, we don't have to worry about him getting in there. And today the sun is blaring on the solar panel in the far corner, so we've got our fan sucking air out through this space, which is, I've mentioned this before, but the bank of stones soaking in the heat and making a little bit of a battery, and those two tubes sucking that excess heat down through the soil. So that'll give us some backup as far as when we get into nights. It's certainly going to go below freezing again outside, but I think we can safely start seeding cold weather things now. I even took some time and went through the root cellar, again here adding in the miscanthus sticks to keep them Stanley protected. The one on the left here are all maybe 100 or so small fragments of sea kale that I dug up and split in the fall and put into this mix and stored them in the root cellar just as an experiment to see if cool but not freezing conditions would be really beneficial for them callousing and growing. We're going to keep these both in the shade until they equalize, and after a few days we can move them into the sun. Likewise, you can see these little pea sprout looking things are super early sprouting Siberian apricots, which I did not expect to sprout so early, and they've been on pause in the root cellar. My plan is to keep them, now that they're waking up, there's really no way to put them back to bed. So I'm going to leave this open but keep it in the shade for a few days so they can acclimate to the warmth, and then move them into partial sun and then finally into full sun. If I do it right, I've got two more containers like this. I'm going to test with this first one. I may have apricots that could get 3 to 5 feet tall in the first year if this is done properly. We'll have to see. I also trimmed off the excess from the roof line and put up an incredibly elegant, beautifully executed gutter, as you can see. It's a drainage pipe cut in half and screwed in. I'm trying to see how it performs over time. Obviously I want everything to pitch this way. This is where we'll have some filters and containers, some cisterns to store water, and then maybe that will equalize with a water container inside that's painted black. But this is a way to put up a gutter for less than $5 and not buy new plastic. And so far all the water that is thawing, all the ice and snow, is moving down and dripping the right way. It's a little fragile. I have to refine it and add some extra support, but that's moving forward as well. We still haven't had warm enough overnight temperatures to get in and do the cobbing, so all of this really nice performance is happening with huge air gaps all over the place. I think once that actually gets dialed in fact you can see one in the corner there, pretty significant, I think this place will get quite warm. In fact, we're going to have to figure out drawing more of the air into the house sooner rather than later and have it heat our home as a way to deal with the excess heat. Sasha, what do you think? It's not too bad in here.
Pretty much everything I'm seeding out are brassicas, and I don't normally do that because I don't like to have a brassica seedling next to a brassica seedling because I don't know if the seeds got mixed up. I can't tell who I'm planting for a while, but that's what I did this time.